Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the mating attack explained, and we have got a very interesting mating pattern over here. White is trying to attack the black king with all his pieces. So we are into a late middle game position, but the king is under attack. We can see that the black pieces are far away from white king, and black rook and bishop are overcrowding the position near the black king. So white is able to create a nice mating attack, but the solution is somewhat difficult. White could find the solution easily in the game because he had this bishop and knight mating idea in mind. Let's look at the candidate moves quickly. Most obvious is knight e7 check. After knight e7 check, king h8, we see that there is nothing much better than knight f7. Because knight e7 check, king h8, if queen takes f7, then black can go for the rook e5. When after bishop e5, there will be queen f3 check and the queens would be traded. Here knight f7 check, rook f7, queen f7. White has managed to get back some material, but still with two pieces versus rook, black has got enough pawns and he can immediately play the move h6 if required and clear the back rank issues, and g7 is well protected. So this may not be a winning position for white. What should white do here? White has another very obvious candidate, knight h6 check. After knight h6 check, gh is almost forced. Let's look at the move king h8. After knight h6, king h8, knight ef7 check, forcing the rook to take. When after rook f7, knight f7 check, kg8, and we see that smothered mate is not possible because the queen guards the g8 square. But white can use the back rank idea with the move knight d8 check, creating an interference over there. And next move it will be made on the e8 square. Let's play the moves and see. Knight h6 check, king h8, knight ef7, keeping g8 guarded. So rook into f7, knight f7 check, kg8 forced, and here knight d8 check, and black is mated. Next move king h8 allows queen e8 mate, king f8 allows queen f7 and checkmates. But the main problem is the line g into h6. What happens after that? That's like a big question mark for white. After g into h6, white has to find the very strong move queen f6, which at first looks like it gives many options to black, but there is a very dangerous threat. Let's go to the position there. After g into h6, queen f6, white has created a very strong threat. For instance, if now rook into e5, then just queen takes e5, not allowing any checks to the black queen from the f3 square. If bishop would have moved, that would have been possible. And now whatever is played, next move will be qg7 or qh8 checkmate. If the f8 rook moves to c8, making space on the f8 square, then queen f7 check, king h8, knight g6 double check. Bishop is giving check, knight is giving check. It's a checkmate. And the main point is, if rook g3 or any other rook move other than rook g7, then in all lines black gets mated with this bishop knight mating pattern. There comes queen h8 check, king h8 forced, and there are two ways to mate here. One, knight f7 check, using the double check, king has to come to g8, and knight h6 mate. This is a typical mating pattern. Knight f7 check, king has to go to g8, and knight h6 mate. So this end position was very important. Also we must note in this case that after queen h8, king h8, knight g6 leads to a mate as well, because kg8 allows knight e7 checkmate. Bishop is guarding the diagonal and knight is able to give check. And finally there is the last variation, rook g7, which tries to block the diagonal, but white has two ways to win here. he can either go knight g6, creating attack on the g7 rook. There is no defense. Rook into g6 allows q8 mate. Bishop g6 allows q g7 mate. Also, knight c6 wins over here similarly. So the position was quite tricky and the move queen f6 played a very important role. I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.